Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have games against Hertha Berlin and Augsburg. As you can see, we're currently sat in 7th place and we're having a pretty good time of it at the moment. We've made one or two tactical tweaks just for the case of moving things forward a little bit. And we've gone attacking now with our inside forwards and we've gone to a positive mentality. The result of this has been excellent. As we just have a look at the results since you were last with us. We had a 3-0 win against Darmstadt, but we managed a 1-0 win against Bayer Leverkusen, a 4-1 win against Schalke, 4-3 in a friendly that was against Genk. That was again during an international break, and a 2-0 win in the league away at Freiburg. So 4 wins from our last 4 league games, and we've looked pretty convincing in the majority of them as well. So going into these 2 games, I'm feeling pretty confident. Hertha Berlin down in, I think it's 16th. Yeah, so Hertha Berlin down in 16th place at the moment, but Augsburg are just ahead of us, which obviously will be in the second part of the episode. But if we get a win today, in less than half the season, we'll have had more points than we got with Karlsruhe all of last season. So there's a massive difference in relation to quality. But a win here would also potentially take us up to 4th place as well, which, considering the fact that Mönchengladbach finished in 14th last season, I think we're making a very positive start and impression here at this football club. There's been a bit of a cheeky transfer happen as well. Carlos Alenia has come in on a free transfer, previously of Barcelona's youth academy. Now, the main reason I've done this, we were a little bit light in central midfield anyway, but Manu Kone is away at the African Cup of Nations, and I found him available, like I say, on a free transfer, and I thought, you know what, he's probably worth a punt, to be honest. And he's only on 15 grand a week. We've got him until the end of next season, so he's on an 18-month deal. His physicals are okay at best, but he's got very good mental attributes, and some of his passing and technique ability are very, very good, similar to uh, Catala in that central midfield role as well. He's done a bit of a tour recently, though, it has to be said. He came through the academy at Barcelona. He played a few matches in 1920, but since the incision of the game, he was being at Getafe. He then went on loan and then a permanent signing for Crystal Palace for £24.5 million. He only made 4 starts that particular season, and he didn't actually start a single game in the second season either, and only a total of 18 games. A £16 million move to Wolves then followed that. And again, 7 substitute appearances was all he made for Wolves. And yeah, we've not brought him in to be a first team regular. That goes without saying. But I do hope that we can give him a little bit more regular substitute football, if nothing else. And at the end of the day, you look at those transfer fees that people have paid for him, we've got him for free. So it was a bit of a no-brainer in my book. And we look to push on. So, like I say, Kone is out at the African Cup of Nations, so he will not be involved for a little while. Carlos Alenia takes his place on the bench. Fran Garcia is actually suspended today. Kylian Sauk is still injured. And Erkenbrecher, Aiden, Degenhardt, and Hein all want loan moves. So there could be some business happening when it comes to January. But of course, that will be in the next episode. So I think what we'll actually do, we'll start Kwanzaa ahead of Arguello Baez. But other than that, pretty happy with the starting lineup. Mahrez is getting the start at left back, obviously, because of the suspension to Garcia, with Chiarodia, Kwanzaa, and Royal at the back, with Omlin in goal. Krejci, Carrot, and Catala as the midfield three, with Constantelius, Chavlina, and Yatta as the front three. Chavlina's still not scored a goal for us, but he is showing a little bit. He's showing more signs that he is getting into the swing of things now. The fact that he's on an attacking mentality, obviously, is helping with that also. Hertha Berlin actually had the beating of Mönchengladbach last season. So I want us to go into this game seeking revenge as such. It's important that we keep this positive run going with the fact that we've had 4 league wins on the bounce following those defeats against Bayern Munich and Leipzig. We are in pretty good form. and the mentality is working as well. And there is the goal that we've all been waiting for. Baldo Chavlina with his first goal for the club. It was a very good finish, to be fair. Hit it superbly on the half volley. Catella with the corner swung in. It was well headed clear. Cresci nodded it down. Half volley. Chavlina first time finish. The keeper had no chance, and we take an early lead here at 1-0. Really happy to see him get his first goal for the club. Hopefully he will push on. In the meantime, the keeper's just made a save there. Catella picks it up, finds Mares. He couldn't quite work it into the penalty area. It's been cleared away. And that was a bit of a flash highlight there, but Chiarodia into Mares. Plays it back to him again. That's a nice little ball inside. Kreski over the top for Yatta, and it's a poor finish. He was actually offside anyway, but he should be at least hitting the target, whether he's offside or not. But we are dominating proceedings here. Possession 65% so far, and we are dominating in relation to chances as well. As Chavlina gets another goal potentially. I'm not sure if he was onside. Constantelius played it over to him with a first-time ball. I don't know if he's managed to stay onside. He hasn't. So a little bit unlucky there. It remains 1-0, but we are definitely showing signs that we are certainly wanting to take charge of this game. Reese into Atom. Now Doyle with a strike, and it's been bundled in by Linus Gechter. It's a very fortunate goal from their point of view. Somewhat undeserved so far, I'd say. We've dominated the play, but they've managed to just steal in and get a finish. Hopefully we can continue where we left off before that goal, though, and continue to dominate this first half. Here's Marej into Catala. Just holding on to it and playing it back to Chiarodia. And now Marej. Getting back to Chiarodia. Nice patient build-up. I am liking the way this tiki-taka works for us at the moment. Chavlina to carry. What a fantastic finish. It was a lovely ball from Krejci. And Chavlina, first-time ball back to Eamon Carey. And what a finish that was. 2-1 up. A lovely goal. Lovely little bit of build-up play on this left-hand side. Krejci, lovely swinging pass. Chavlina nodded it down. And a half volley in mid-air from Eamon Carey. A lovely, lovely goal, that one. We retake the lead, deservedly so, I might add, and we look to really push on now. We've got a free kick in a dangerous position, Eamon Carey to take. It swung in toward the far post, and the keeper didn't even move for it. He must have been extremely confident. I think that's one thing we are lacking in the side, is a decent set-piece taker. We've done okay so far this season from set pieces, in terms of corners anyway. But free kicks and an actual penalty taker, we do seem to be struggling for quality in that manner. So it'll be interesting to see if we can find something in that manner in January as well. Here's Kwanzaa into Carey. Now Catala. That's a nice ball over the top. Constantelius, Mares, that's a good ball. Sidiata was there. He couldn't win the header. Chavlina picks it up into Eamon Carey, who couldn't find Krejci, and the clearance is made, but Chiarodia picks it up. And the move continues here. Certainly controlling possession out with the way that we move with and without the ball is certainly improving as the games go on. Here's CG Jatta. Nice little pass into Eamon Carey. Tried to play it through. It does fall for Yatta. And there's Constantelius. And there is the third. We now have a nice little gap here. And again, the referee is checking with VAR. I think he was onside that time, and he was. A 3-1 lead as we approach half-time. We got a little bit lucky with the way the ball fell to Yatta, but it's a nice pass into Constantelias. And at 3-1, we are looking very, very comfortable and heading for 5 league wins in a row. Here's Doyle into Mai. This is straight from kickoff, which is always a bit of a worry. I'm hoping we can win possession relatively quickly here and create something ourselves. And Chiarodi intercepts the pass very, very easily there. And Cresci into Catala. Now Constantelius looks over the top. Chavlina at the far post. Chance to get the strike in. It's fallen for Eamon Carey. And he couldn't get the shot on target. And that would have very much wrapped up the game here in this first half. But you can see the difference between the balanced mentality and the positive mentality. We've really come out of our shells now. And we are looking like a very good side, actually. We don't seem to have an out-and-out goal scorer as of yet. It's a bit of a strange one. We're sharing the goals out very much between the players in the squad at the minute. but it's something that we can look at in the future for sure. Eamon Carrier to Sidi Jatta, and now Shavlina, and it's a good save from the keeper. He's got to be doing better from those positions, Shavlina, but he certainly looked a lot more dangerous today, and he plays it back, and Delphi Catala with his third of the season, 4-1, and Chavlina really performing well today. A goal and an assist now, and it's his best performance to date. He's shown signs in recent matches, but this has certainly been the game for him. He's finally broken his duck, and he is doing it with aplomb. 4-1, plenty of time left as well. We could have quite a sizable victory here. Here is Reese with the throw. It's punched clear by Omlin. Doyle's lofted it back in, and Tommy Doyle with a lovely, lovely goal on the volley. It's a, I mean, it wasn't a bad punch clear either from Omlin, but his positional, um, the way he finished in terms of his position wasn't the best, and unfortunately he's been caught out. And it looks like he may have picked up a slight knock as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Eamon Carey with a strike, and it's a good save from Quasigrosh in the Hertha Berlin goal. Um, Emerson Royal now with a delivery, swings it in toward the near post. It's headed away, but Yatta picks it up. Back to Catala. Now Emerson Royal again. Back to Catala again, and he's really got underneath that one, unfortunately. And it remains 4-2. We are just going to have a little double check on the goalkeeping situation. All of our defence are looking a little bit complacent, which is a bit of a concern. I might call for a little bit of focus from the side. There's at 4-2. At 4-1, it's done. At 4-2, there's still a chance that they might get back into it. Maris has actually had a bit of a poor game, but we haven't got too many options at left back at the moment, obviously. Omlin seems to be okay. We'll just call on a little bit of focus from the players. Catala swinging it in. It's just about cleared. It's fallen for Shavlina, and it is definitely his day. It's 5-2 now, and he is definitely the man of the match performer today. His first two goals for the club, and he's got assists to match it as well. A lovely delivery there from Catala. Kresci with the play down into Chavlina, into the bottom corner. Lovely, lovely stuff. And like I say, at the moment, we're looking like a very good side. And yes, we're not doing it against the big teams in the league, such as Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Leipzig, and so on. But if we can do it with the teams that are in the lower part of the league and make a regular thing of it, and there's number 6, sorry, Delphi Catala with a lovely strike into the bottom corner once again. Constantelius just passed the free kick to him, basically. It took a tiny deflection, I think, off one of the defenders, but it doesn't matter. It's 6-2 now. Um, sorry, as I was saying, if we can make a habit of doing this against the sides from the bottom half of the table and really building up our points, I think we've got a chance of maybe even qualifying for a European competition for next season, which would be a fantastic achievement. Certainly with the way things are going, we are we're gunning for it at the moment. We really are gunning for it. And with performances like that, I think we have every reason to want more from this side in terms of where we potentially could finish come the end of the season. 2 goals and 2 assists for Chavlina, a 10 out of 10 rating for him. Kreschke with 2 assists as well, a 9.2 for him. Catala 2 goals, Carey with a goal, Constantelias with a goal and an assist, and Yatta with an assist as well. Omlin, a 6.3 rating from him. He let himself down a little just with that punch clear, and obviously he couldn't recover his position. But that was a fantastic performance. We're not quite into fourth place. Bayer Leverkusen actually managed to beat Dortmund by a goal to nil. It really congests that top part of the table at the moment. I don't think, I mean, I'm not even remotely looking for a title challenge, obviously, but I mean, we're 8 points behind Bayern, but we're only 4 points behind Dortmund at the moment, and we're hitting some good form. Augsburg's going to be a good test, though. They're only 1 point behind us. Big opportunity to prove ourselves. If we can get a win there, we can start opening a gap to the bottom half of the table, which, of course, given the pre-season target of top half, certainly gives us a lot to be optimistic about. So we've got just less than a week to go before the Augsburg game. So bear with me. We'll come back for that. And hopefully we can continue with these fantastic performances. Okay then guys, here we go for the game against Augsburg. We dropped down to, we're in and around 6th place at the moment. Again, other games have been played. We're playing on the Sunday, so a number of other games have already been played. Leipzig are at home against Paderborn. So if Leipzig win, which is quite likely, we can go up to 5th today with a good result against Augsburg. And Augsburg are down in 8th. They could leapfrog us in the table. So I think this would be a bit of a statement of intent from our point of view if we can get a good result today. And I certainly think we're capable of it. We are rotated a little bit, just with one or two. Frangashi is back in at left back today. Arguello Beas is in at centre back as well. Otherwise, the team is as was for that fantastic victory last time out against Hertha Berlin. Manu Kone, of course, still at African Cup of Nations with the Ivory Coast. They have qualified for the knockout phase of the competition, so he is going to be away for a little while longer. That is for sure. It wouldn't surprise me if they went all the way and won it. But our focus is solely here, of course. So, again, going into this game, I think we've got a good chance today. We want to continue this winning run, continue in building our fantastic morale at the moment. They're playing with a flat back six, basically, so they're going to be tough to break down. But we're tough to break down as well. We've proven that frequently. And in terms of our attacking talent at the moment, we're spreading the goals around, like I say. We've got a number of players who are certainly in good form. Jan Kuto charging down the right-hand side. Arguello Beas doing well to win the header. And Kreshki played about to Omlin, and it almost went over the line there. Goal line technology called upon for that opportunity. It was almost a very embarrassing moment defensively from our point of view there, but luckily nothing too major. Eamon Carey has bruised his foot a little bit, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully it won't inhibit him too much. Frangasia with a lovely delivery to the far post. Shearodia with the header just over the top. Mantle wasn't tested there, but again, positive signs going forward for sure. You know, looking to play it inside. Chavlina finds Emerson Royale. Aguelo Beas into Krejci. And now Emerson Royal again. Chavina back to Krejci. Now Aguelo Beas. It's a good pass. Catala picking it up in the midfield in plenty of space. And a bit of an error. And Svanberg's managed to get in and find Benjamin. Missed two challenges there. And Benjamin's still going with his run. And it's a good effort. It's saved. Double save from Omlin. That's really good goalkeeping in the end from him. And potential for a breakaway, but Sidiata not doing well enough there. And again, goal line technology called upon both times in our favour, luckily. And it remains 0-0. In terms of opportunities created, as you can see, very even at the moment. Possession, though, is in our favour. It's just a bit of a tight one at the minute. We just need to find a way to break that deadlock. Here is Eamon Carrot into Chavina, cutting into toward the penalty area. Krejci back to Chavina. And Fran Garcia losing possession, but Catala picks it up. And Fran Garcia again down this left-hand side. He's got no support, really. Constantelius into Krejci. That's a really assertive run from him, but again, poor finish, not quite getting enough behind the shot, and it was well saved by Mantle. Benjamin here to Janelt. Plays it inside, and Chiarodi doing really well there. Omlin smacks it clear. I think he panicked a bit there, and Jan Kuto picks it up. One of the key players in this side finds Huskovic. Back to Jan Kuto, and there is the goal. The youngster, well, I say youngster, he was a youngster at Manchester City, and he has certainly shown his quality there. And we find ourselves behind. Not ideal. It's been a very even game, like I say, and they are tough to break down. We are struggling to get through this at the minute. And at half time, it's first time in quite a while, we find ourselves behind. I'll say what a much better display in the second half, but I think it's a little bit harsh for me, to be honest, if I'm being honest. Arguello Baez, we're probably going to take him off, to be honest. He's not done particularly well today. And I think, to be honest, we'll do that now. And we'll get a little bit more assurance in that defence with Gerald Kwanzaa. Shavlin has had a bit of a quiet game today after the joys of that previous match. I'm not going to change too much just at the moment, but we do only get 3 stoppages, of course, so we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what we can do. And we're going to fire the boys up a little bit. Hopefully, we can find a way to get back into this game. But again, we just seem to be lacking a little bit today after scoring 6 in the previous match. This is a little disappointing. We are going to make a couple of changes now. Eamon Carey is going to come off, and we're going to get Neuhaus on for him. And we're going to get Marish on for Fran Garcia as well. He's not had a good game, Fran Garcia, today, unfortunately. Constantelius hasn't had a good game either, so we'll get Asensio on for him. And we'll save the last substitution for now, but hopefully we can just push on in these last 15-20 minutes. We're going to go attacking as well, and we're going to demand more, and hopefully we can find a way of getting something out of this game. After our previous 5 results, I'm a little disappointed that we're not fighting a little bit more for this. We're struggling fitness-wise as well here, but it looks like a 1-0 defeat potentially. Catala here though with the corner right at the end. Can we create something? Krejci's header, Mantle claims it comfortably. And again, a little bit of a lack of creativity today, and not too much being offered going forward. Shirodi wins that header, but not the second ball. And now Yanel plays it out wide to Jan Kuto, who has certainly ran the show today for Augsburg. And now Yanel again. Chance to get it into the penalty area maybe for Augsburg. And Yanel skipping past the challenge. And Jan Kuto again with the strike, and it hit the woodwork. And only managed to make the catch. But that is a disappointing performance. Given the way we've done in our last 5 matches, I'm not too pleased with that one. Again, I mean, fair play to the defence. Kwanzaa came on, had a very good game. Shirodia and Omlin played quite well. But overall, it was disappointing, and we weren't creative enough. I mean, considering how we have done in the last few matches, I should be pleased, but we always want that little bit more, and unfortunately it's dropped us down to 7th. And if we'd have got a win there, we'd have had a really good gap to that bottom half of the table. We've got Stuttgart coming up next as well, so the tough games will keep on coming, obviously. I mean, every game's going to be tough, but a win, even a point against Augsburg, would have been ideal. In terms of upcoming videos, we're probably going to get through January. We'll probably come back for Paderborn and Frankfurt, I think. We'll get through January, and obviously we'll have a January transfer roundup at that point as well. So it's another 5 league games to get out of the way. If we can get revenge against Mainz, I'd be quite pleased. But if we can get a win against Stuttgart and really give good account of ourselves against Köln, Dortmund and Wolfsburg, I'll be quite pleased with that. But that defeat wasn't the best. Like I say, we just struggled to create anything. But we're showing good signs, like I say. I mean, last 5 wins in the league. 3, 4, 8, 10, 16 goals in 5 league victories. So we can't be too displeased. But after that defeat, it definitely shows that there is still room for improvement. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.